going in for like 3 to 4 hours on Sunday, twice a month. But it's like them days, them
We're
weeks.
Do you have any chance, like when you first get home, to like nap? Or you
We're live.
No, I just dog it right out. My body.
Sean, we need to have a QBFS beef and beer to get you a new start time for your job. Seriously.
Naps.
I don't mind.
I'm just tired listening to what you're saying.
No, I don't mind because I get a 10-hour day and I get overtime every day. You know what I mean? It's not like once I have to hit 40 to get OT. Like as soon as I hit 8 hours on the clock, time and a half starts. So it's
Dude, but you're gonna die.
No, I won't.
You're gonna die, honky.
Nah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You're gonna die, clown.
Especially
Yeah, 40 Bronco? What was that, some Steel Reserve or something?
right? Looked
I
like
think it was.
But yeah, once
I found a Steel Reserve on the ground on Monday.
Oh my god.
No lie. It was outside police and fire credit union.
By the
That's
Applebee's?
On
Yeah.
Street Road?
Seriously,
Yes.
we're definitely live right now.
we are.
Yes.
Yo.
We've been live since I said we're live, like, well, not that long ago.
I don't believe it.
But if you're live,
I don't
you
believe
have
you.
to be recording.
I'm recording.
Excellent.
Thanks for checking, though.
Yeah, no problem.
Hit us up with the
Hi,
intro,
everybody.
Brandon.
Oh, I didn't even show you guys my shirt. Look at this.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Stash.
Clown?
It's a really nice shirt.
Mr. Mustachio. He was such a douche.
Mike Schmidt?
Yeah. Yeah, Schmitty was a dick from everything that I've heard.
Wow.
the
Yeah, I
Flyers doing?
vaguely remember watching him.
Yeah, why is the
Flyers? are
yeah,
winning.
why does the Islanders coach look like
Oh, the Islanders came
Pup's
back.
brother-in-law?
Mark?
No.
Ron?
Yeah.
You think he looks like Ron?
Did you see
I
him?
gotta
Did you
see
show
him
him?
now.
Wait, who
No,
is
I
it?
gotta see him now.
The Islanders
He
coach.
said the Islanders coach looks like Ron.
It's Ron for sure.
No way.
Quarterback Factory Show.
Oh,
They just showed him
Good way to
so.
start
Pup's brother-in-law, Ron?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He only has one brother-in-law.
I didn't know.
I thought I
didn't-
said it wrong when Brendan said Mark.
No,
so I
no.
kinda like,
Yeah, that's why I wasn't
No,
sure
that's
whose
his-
brother-in-law we were
that's
I was
talking
like, I
Nope.
hope I
Nope.
didn't say it
Uncle.
wrong.
That's
I
his
look like
uncle.
an asshole, but
That's
his
his
Ron's his
uncle.
brother-in-law, right? Because he's married to
Right.
his sister.
All I heard was brother-in-law. I didn't
Right.
hear whose brother-in-law.
Okay.
Oh, that's the sign. My least favorite sound drop has dropped, so it's time to
Oh,
get this
shit.
shit started.
Here we go
Wait,
I
again.
don't have the strength
4,
to go.
3, 2. 1.9. You assholes. They almost scored too. You see that?
What happened?
Oh, there he is. Oh, he does kind of look
Flyers
like Ron,
win?
but
Yeah,
like
he does.
older.
He
But he does look older.
It's not
That's
so
what Ron's
with
gonna look
glasses.
as Ron in like 20
Older.
years.
Version who got his belly slopped off.
Yeah,
He did not
It's
almost
like
score that. Why you guys
Ron.
got?
He's like Ron and Bruce Arians together.
Yeah.
He's the Islanders coach.
Yo, it is.
Oh shit! There it is. That's a good way to start the show. Flyers win
Good.
4-3 over the New York Islanders after a debacling embarrassment last night of 9-0 against the Rangers. I didn't even want to even acknowledge the Flyers tonight at all after that bullshit pussy ass performance they had last night. 9-0 fucking joke. So that's the only thing I'm gonna say. Yeah, you beat the Islanders right now, but that doesn't really. Oh yeah, that's Pat Carter hard on the head. Great. Yeah, you guys gave up 7 goals in one period last night. So yeah,
Right.
Flyers, you won, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Point was the low point in Philadelphia sports in months. I would say since like the Cowboys went on like that 37-3 run against us in whatever
Yeah.
that was.
You don't say that.
15. That was This last night was
Never happened.
moving.
It did happen. It happened. It happened.
did.
It happened a lot. Oh look, we're all.
It's an urban legend that never happened. No way.
I actually want to go back and watch that show so bad now.
What, Ripley's? It was awesome.
Yeah.
So wait, who came first? Was it the dude from Star Trek or was it Superman? Who was Ripley's host first?
It was the dude from it was a Superman dude.
It was Dean Cain
it was
first?
Dean Cain? Was it Dean Cain first?
I think
Or was it number 2 from Star Trek?
Number 2?
That number 2. No, he was what the fuck was his name? Or somebody said number 2? or no, he's number 1. It's like number 1. I only need to go take a number 2. I'm Jean-Luc Picard. Damn it!
you sound like the Jim Carrey Grinch, right there.
I do that too. when he's flying through the air and he's like, "We're gonna die."
Yeah.
And
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
throw up,
"Oh."
and then we're gonna
And then
die.
I'm gonna die. He's like, "Ooh,
Wow.
almost." He's like, "Almost lost my cool."
Now we got our first comment of the night.
That's so good, bro.
We got our first comment of the night. Finale_7 says, Juju staying in Pitt?
Negative.
No, he's going to the Jets.
You're a poopy head.
No one cares about
Nice.
the Steelers.
I seen Galladay's pending like his health before the Giants sign him. So
Yeah.
Is it the Giants? Chicago? He's in with Chicago too.
the last thing I seen was he was waiting medical cleared for the Giants to see if his like.
And
Oh,
the
so
only,
I don't
the only
know
thing, the only thing
Damn
we're
it.
waiting to see is where Zach Ertz is going. That's like the next big thing.
Well, he's
Where
not
is he
going to the Chargers.
Philly's
Yeah,
Philly's own Willie Fuller signed with the Dolphins.
Oh, that should be good, right? Is that
Will
really?
Fuller is the fastest human being I've ever seen in person in my entire life. I shit you not.
Really?
I would have liked that.
The fastest human being I've ever seen in my entire life. It's
That's right. You played against him, didn't you?
ridiculous, dude. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, not even fair.
This guy, name dropper. I played against Will Fuller in high school.
And Sharif Floyd and Tom Savage.
Name drops.
He didn't play against Tyreek.
Boom.
So
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Not
from
not
Mike's
Randy
story
Savage.
about
Aaron.
Tyreek is like that's the fastest dude in the world.
Who?
Tyreek. When he seen him come out of nowhere and chase that dude down, I remember that story to a
In
T.
his heyday,
Yep.
my man was blazing speed.
Blazing all right.
Now
Running
he's
sub
sacrificed
Mike,
that
you gotta
blazing
tell the-
speed for blazing good looks.
Mike, you got to tell the story now.
What's that?
Yeah, tell a
You
story.
got to tell the story now.
Oh, it was
The show's over. It's all right. We already passed our
I'll
time.
do the quick version. Sophomore year, he was playing JV, and the field was right behind our high school. So I went out after my last class was over, and I could watch from the parking lot. And they were playing, I think, Wood. There was either Wood or Conwell.
Yeah.
Eady.
They're playing Wood.
Yeah, and the dude on Wood, it was a kickoff return, and the dude on Wood just broke free, and he was just no one was near him, just running down the field, running down the sideline. And so I'm like, I have my eyes on him, watching him go, and all of a sudden, out of my peripheral, I just see this like blazing, somebody's just chasing this dude down like a rabbit, and he catches, and I was like, oh, shit, what's Tariq? Like out of nowhere, he had to easily.
Wow.
35 yards behind him, and just, I mean, it
The police, they are after me.
It's like that. It was like that video of DK Metcalf chasing down Buda Baker.
Uh-huh.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly what happened. I was like, my God.
Yeah,
Except
dude.
Tyreek isn't a 6'5" gargantuan
Yeah.
human.
Nah, man. Will
God.
Fuller hit
Ogre.
this stop and go, and I don't think our cornerback was within 25 yards of him. Like he literally went like it was like looked like a 10-yard hook, like a 10-yard button hook, and he pivoted, turned, and by the time I looked backwards, he had to have been fucking 30 yards past our corner.
He
Not
was
even
in. He was
fair with
in.
guys like man. It's like
Nah.
they're already like on another completely other level.
He was in Houston all this time, right?
Normal high school people.
I said it. I would like after playing against dudes like that. You're like, okay, yeah, like I understand where my lane is.
Time to hang them up.
I know my lane.
Hang up, lace them up, and
I know my lane.
Gonna go join a union.
While it lasts. Oh, Brendan's gone. He's getting another haircut.
No, I'm here.
He's back. I'm here.
I'm here. I have to. So we have in the back room in the bar room. We have a barbershop set up, and during my
Nice hoodie.
thank you. Got my hat here. Yeah, but no, we have a Wi-Fi extender back here, so I just had to hook up to that now instead of like the main router. Makes it way better. Taryn Hatcher.
Hello.
Hello.
fine specimen there.
A lot.
Oh wait, and anyway, this is the Quarterback Factory show.
Sorry, that was for Taryn Hatcher.
It's okay. I say that all the time. So it's QBFS episode number 42.
No way.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Nice.
Very nice.
I was going to say 42. Shout out to one of my all-time favorite athletes of all time, Jackie Robinson, who has the number 42, retired in baseball for everything he did for baseball and breaking the color barrier back in 1940. So always hats off and much respect to that man.
Absolutely.
Oh, show.
And if you've never seen the movie 42, the late great
R.I.P.
Chadwick
man.
Chadwick Boseman does a great job.
Dude, he was on his way to greatness too, man. Chadwick.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was this generation's Denzel, pretty much.
Yes. So RIP to him and late great Jackie Robinson. Anyway, Brendan Casey here. This is sorry for the late delay here. But we're like, yep. Well, it's not because of that.
Wow.
I was actually filling out a bracket.
What happened?
Someone can
Why is it
attest to
still
this.
on?
It's a long
Somebody's
haircut.
getting their haircut while playing.
Is that a buzz cut? Am I going to the fucking military? Sean can attest to this. Sean, I was just filling out a bracket on the phone with Pop-Up as he was trying to look at a blank bracket that Gammy pulled up on her iPad for him
Oh my
as
god.
I was filling out one on a piece of paper.
Oh god.
So that's why it's running a little late here. Love you, Dad, but he was... I was like, Dad, Baylor, Arkansas. He's like...
He's like, what's the team
He's like-
with the nun? What's
he's
the
like,
team with
wait.
the old nun?
Wait, he's sitting there. He's like, Alexis, where is Baylor located? I was like, oh, and then, dude, it was just so funny, like the shit he was saying. I was like, Florida State or Iowa? He's like, wait, did we miss Texas Tech? Wait, then he's like, Mary Jane, get this thing up here. And then you hear him like fiddling with the iPad. No, too high, too low, but move, because he can't move the screen. So anyway, that's all done. But yes, thank you. I'm just like, yeah, thank you. We got Mr. Michael W. Parks Jr., aka Blanco, in the house with us, as always here, our technical and sports Jedi Master. And there he is. We got our Eagles Encyclopedia. My man rocking all red tonight. He looking like Suge Knight's bodyguard out there, bruh.
I said, fuck the Sixers until Embiid gets back. Fuck the Eagles. And fuck the Flyers. So,
Yes.
I'm with you.
There you go.
It's baseball
There you
season,
go.
boys.
Yeah.
Finish him.
Not Philly, this is right.
Do it.
Whose kid is
For a
that?
kid.
Was that a kid?
That was
Dude, I
good.
thought that was fine. I thought it was a sound bite.
Are we too loud?
Yeah,
Sean?
that's my offspring.
Are we too loud? Please stop. Please stop.
Pretty much.
Can't stop it. You
Taking
have
the
to let it go.
soundboard away from you.
You cannot.
Yes. Mr. Dan Wetzel, our in-house Googler and author of the Dan Rant. Still love that.
Dan,
hoodie every
Daniel?
time you wear it. Yeah. And we got the guy that looks like he got socked in both eyes because he's so damn tired because he's the hardest working man in Glendora.
That's
Mr. Shaw
That's for
Palumbo.
your eyes, your Stallone looking
Yeah.
eyes.
So, yes. So, yeah, it's been kind of an interesting week. We had a gigantic scare with Joel Embiid's knee being hyperextended last Friday night. Thank God there was no structural damage, so he's only out 2 or 3 weeks. Sixers have been holding their own except for the little mishap last night, let's say. And Giannis is officially, in my book, a villain. And always being rooted against. I don't care how fucking good he is. Whatever. I really don't give a shit. You don't come to the fucking Philadelphia, score, and then you go take a seat like you're taking a shit on our logo in the middle. So, fuck him.
He did not do it on the logo.
Did you see
whatever? He still
did?
sat down.
I mean, I know it's a stupid ass thing that he did, but
Yeah, fuck
he
him.
didn't go that far to do it on our logo. Then that would have been.
I mean, he was like
pitchforks and.
Well,
close enough.
Did you hear Dwight Howard? What he said afterwards? He's like, I would have ran up and gave him a stone cold stunner, but I already had one technical.
That's awesome.
What was
Dwight Howard, dude, quickly becoming one of my favorite dudes on this team that's not Embiid or Simmons.
A guy I worked
Yeah.
with, like, did anybody else get annoyed by Giannis's brother? Apparently his name is like Thanos or something, or Thanos.
Yeah.
Who is he? Is he a player? He's not a player, is he?
Yeah.
He's on this team, right?
I didn't know that. What was he doing? Anybody notice?
Just
Being a cheerleader.
Oh, okay. I had no
Being
idea.
an annoying cheerleader.
I had no idea he
That's
had a brother that played in the NBA, let alone his own.
You got
I
two
think,
brothers.
yeah. I
You
think
got two
there's
brothers,
two of them, right? Yeah.
There's 3 Antetokounmpos.
Well, fuck all 3 of them. That's what I say. I
The
don't give a shit.
Brickashaw. Ferguson.
Yeah, fuck all 3 of them.
Wait, no, that's a real guy, right? Or is he one of the dudes?
Ferguson.
Yeah.
Ferguson,
I always get it mixed up. Like, what's
I think they use
Kringleberry or something.
McCringleberry is not a real person.
Yeah, that's my guy.
So there, that's been going on in the basketball world. Flyers, yeah, you won 4-3, good, but you gave up 9 goals last night, so you're not on my radar right now. So fuck you.
Friggin', what's Dan, like
Shut
Morey
up,
doing?
Shut up, Dan.
Wait, before you get off the Sixers, hold on, they ain't getting everybody else is adding, but the Sixers ain't doing shit.
They're subtracting.
The Milwaukee Bucks just got PJ Tucker from the Rockets. And
Yeah, everybody
Bucks
seems
got
just
Tucker?
Yeah, the Bucks got PJ Tucker.
Yep.
When did that happen?
Last night, right before the game.
Yeah.
They tipped off, and they're like, we got PJ Tucker.
I heard him talking about some other player from Houston that Houston's not going to trade to us because of Daryl Morey. Is that another?
DJ Augustine.
Okay.
No.
Well, fuck Houston. They're still mad.
They're on like an 18-game losing streak, so fuck them.
Yeah.
Houston?
Yeah.
Are
They're
they
literally
really?
18-game losing streak right now.
Yeah,
Are they
Gotta be some kind of record.
No.
trusting their own process or some shit?
The
They
guy
don't
that I
have
know-
anything.
They have nothing.
They have nothing.
Pure fiction.
Houston's pure fiction. Houston's got John Wall and Westbrook.
Christian Wood's good though.
Westbrook is on the Wizards.
So we just gotta hope
Oh, wait.
that Morey,
That was that
Big
trade.
Dick Morey, makes some moves.
Christian Wood came back from his injury.
When's the deadline? I'm sorry, Dan.
Fresh Prince. No, I was saying like
Next
Christian
week?
Wood's actually pretty
Next
good.
week?
But he
I
came
like
back
it
to
pretty
nothing.
sure.
So
He's a processor, Christian Wood.
yeah, he's actually a pretty good baller. So, but he comes like I was gonna say, he came back like that Fresh Prince of Bel Air meme when it's just Will on the carpet with his hands.
Oh,
up.
that's hot. That's hot.
Oh my god.
That was fun.
Who's that? Yeah, the other guy from Houston. The fuck is his name?
John Wall,
No,
DJ Augustine.
he used to be on the Pacers.
Reggie
You got
Miller.
to choose threes really well.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Reggie Miller, definitely Reggie Miller.
Guy used to be on the Pacers.
Dikembe
Had a knee
Mutombo.
injury. My God, I can't believe I'm fucking forgetting his name right now.
Paul
You got to
George.
choose threes really well.
Huh?
Paul George is on the Clippers.
You're both talking at the same time. I can't understand you.
Is he good at shooting threes?
Reggie Miller.
He's a good player.
Victor
Oladipo. Yeah.
Oladipo.
Okay.
Oladipo would be perfectamundo here.
Yeah, he's
last year.
Yeah.
Last year of his contract.
Yeah.
Man,
I love it.
Look. Bottom line is they're not beating it. Brooklyn. They're not. I'm sorry. You need to add. Everybody, look, and Milwaukee's going to be no joke now too because they came back from a 20-point deficit and beat you on your home court. Yeah, you didn't have Joel Embiid, and yeah, Seth Curry got hurt, but yeah, you hung with them, but then you let up. Then yeah, I get it. It was a back-to-back against the hard-fought game against the Knicks the night before.
They had an uncharacteristically bad game for the first 3 quarters there. They were shooting terribly until the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
so
that's not always going to happen.
But
Giannis literally took that game over by himself and just bullied his way in there and just fucking scored at will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
he's
in a
not
7-game
afraid.
series, I ain't worried about them in a 7-game series though.
Who, the Bucks?
As long as Embiid is playing every one of those games.
Embiid is playing healthy. Yeah.
But what Brent's saying,
I
think I agree with you.
Nets.
You're saying, if it's the Nets, it's a different story without adding something else.
You're not beating the Nets.
My wish list is
you have to add. If they don't add at the deadline, then
addition by subtraction.
I would like Larry Nance Jr., not the baseball player, basketball player from Cleveland. Yeah, his dad.
His dad played slam dunk champion.
Yeah, Larry Nance Jr. Would be nice, and then maybe George Hill.
Okay.
Wait, so what the Bucks give up for Tucker?
What'd you say?
Like a future first.
Yeah, it was like protected and everything. Like they really didn't give
somebody
up
else. They didn't give up a lot.
Fuck them.
But yeah, it seems like the Kyle Lowry thing is all but not going to happen.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't really all about anyway because. Yeah, he's great and he'll give it to you, but he is 35. That's the only thing I was really hesitant about with that.
If we make the trade for Kyle Lowry, that means we are.
You're giving up youth to get age, which will help you for about a year, maybe 2.
Yeah. But I mean, if big guys, big men in general, normally peak at like 30. Joel might have 3 to 5 years left of this type of play. You got to go for it while you got it. Tobias Harris is playing the best. Tobias Harris is playing the best basketball of his career. Joel Embiid is on track to be the MVP. Ben Simmons is looking like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. We have good coaching. We have a really good backup 5. We got a couple good bench guys with Korkmaz and Shake and Matisse. So it's like you kind of got to go all in. Go all in, man.
But that's the thing. You kind of got a couple good guys coming off the bench. It's not going to fly in the playoffs.
We need a legit point guard, backup point guard that can come in and shoot the 3 and lead the offense with, like a George Hill type of player. I think he'd be perfect.
You need somebody that's going to come in and be a starter. You got to get into a scenario where I believe you need Danny Green coming off the bench or Seth Curry coming off the bench.
I mean, and we need
who, by the way, if you guys didn't see my thing the other night, he looks like a koala.
Seth Curry, yeah, he does for sure.
Isn't the thing though, if we make a trade for one of these people, these?
Hopefully he's fine. Not to interrupt you anyway, because he fell last night and tweaked his ankle and hobbled off, and nobody's heard shit.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to match these salaries, right? Isn't that how the NBA works? So you're probably not gonna have these guys if you make a trade, right? You're not gonna have Green or.
No, yeah. If we bring in Kyle Lowry, Danny Green, and Mike Scott are gone. They have to be just.
If you make any trade, right? Because those are the guys that are going to be making more money and match the salaries, right?
George Hill and Larry Nance are both on pretty affordable deals. So if we were to trade for either one of them, then it would be, probably Mike Scott would probably go because he's making $10 million. And I think
He ain't no
Banks and
bitch.
George Hill are making roughly the same thing. So it would be Mike Scott and sweeteners. Like Mike Scott would just be there to make the money work, and then
Probably draft pick or two.
and then send out a draft pick or two. Or I would hate to send out Matisse, and I'm not sending out Maxi unless we're getting someone a lot better than Nance or George Hill.
I'm with you, Sean. Though I think again we talked about this before. Like Embiid, you don't know how many years you have left, and he's playing really well right now. Before he got hurt, like you need to maximize every bit of these next 3, 4, 5 years. And if it means trading Maxi or Thibault,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do it. You're not going to win. You're not going to win right now, as is with Maxi or Thibault.
Mm-mm.
Like
Maxi's not even
You
seeing
need
the
Thibault.
court, man. Like,
if Maxi's playing in the playoffs, then something's terribly wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
You need Thibault. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
His defense is just.
I
don't like his offense that much, but man,
You need that defense. If you're
That
going to go up
defense
against
is
the
there,
Nets,
man.
you gotta have
you
Ben
need a stopper.
and him defending.
the Nets, do you think he plays more than 5 minutes a game?
Well, if
Thibault?
in a world where we trade if we trade Danny Green for some reason to make a move,
Guys, then yeah, he's probably going to have to play. I'm saying if you go with your team as is right now because you're not making any trade and you kept Thibault and Maxi, you're going to be playing a 7-man rotation probably, right?
well, in the playoffs normally like 8. Yeah.
8. So I don't know.
It's something I
I'm
thought.
willing to part ways. I'm willing to part ways with Maxi. Give Maxi, Mike Scott, Danny Green, and draft pick some money.
Yeah.
And you have to go get a legit player.
If they can
I
add
don't
a
know
legit
who wants
player and keep Thibault,
That's what I would.
Yeah.
But
Ideally, that's what I would want to happen.
If I was them.
You have to keep that defensive player out there, especially if you want to hang and defend the likes of James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Blake Griffin, like all those guys. You have to do that.
Maxi.
Yeah, that's it. Let's just get out of the East first.
Yeah. Maxi has a higher ceiling, but
Yeah.
Matisse is, over the next year or two, like this season and next season, Matisse is way more valuable to us and what we need because, he's probably one of the 5 or 10 best perimeter defenders in basketball.
I just had this gut feeling that like we're gonna keep it just as Ben, Embiid, and Toby for like the next however many years, and then before you know it, Embiid's going to be having back issues every night, and which he already kind of does.
Yep.
And then this time he's going to be, he's going to be 30, 31, or and after 3 years, 4 years, and then it's just going to be all for naught.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, Ben, Tobias, and Embiid are the only untouchable people. Everybody else is on the table.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'll give up the entire team except for Tobias, Ben, and Embiid for Bradley Beal. And we'll just run 4. Fuck it. Then we'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a world where we can get Bradley Beal, I mean, we're a fucking problem because he's probably the second best pure scorer in all of basketball. It's like
I agree.
Harden and then him.
Yeah, I that would be like boner alert.
Yeah.
Eggplant.
But I mean,
Telegram it like wobbles.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
The one good thing about the NBA is that, like, you're gonna see teams that suck that are trying to clear house as much as possible, buying out some of their guys and like giving these guys a chance to go to contenders and being able to save money. Because I think with buying out,
Dan, can you look that up? Trade deadline NBA. Sorry,
what?
Sure.
Trade deadline NBA.
The day after tomorrow, starring Jake Gyllenhaal.
But with the buyout, it's we might be able to get a couple. They're saying Kevin Love might get bought out of his contract with the Cavs.
He's still living?
Yeah.
I'd be fine.
Why are you still alive?
I'd be
He's
fine.
still alive. Anybody watching Scott Hartnell on his post game conference? He looks like life hit him pretty hard the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He's got great
March 25th.
great hair, but everything else just looks like it got beat up.
Is that Thursday or Friday? Thursday next. It's exactly a week from now.
Oh, wow. Well, maybe we'll be on here discussing.
Oh, boy.
That's going to be topics for next Thursday. We'll be on here for NBA trades. We have a lot to talk about then.
Sixers do nothing.
Hopefully, Big Dick Maury is still Big Dick Maury 1 week from now.
They're going to...
1 week from now, wow.
They're going to make some bullshit-ass fucking trade. Like, you know that.
At 3 p.m. It'll be 2:59.
I'm really hopeful because it is Daryl Morey and it's Doc Rivers and it's a whole new organization.
Yeah.
That
Daryl Morey's never been afraid to go all in.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that they will actually make a move and it'll be a legit move and it'll be a good move and not some like, yeah, he's a good role player. Or yeah, you'll get value. And he's a good. No, I want splash.
I want winners.
Yeah, I want winners. Yeah, no, I want a splash. I want a reaction to when I found out the Sixers traded for Jimmy Butler type of reaction. Dan was there for that.
Yeah.
I screamed at the top of my lungs, dropped my phone.
Yeah, like
that was like boom.
Then the Nets just added Griffin too on top of that. Like, why can't we do any of that? Like, come on.
Speaking of Butler, they're kind of, since he got back, is another team to watch out. Sorry, Mike, Biggie.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they're just starting to play some good ball. So,
Heat are getting
I
hot.
don't know why are we counting that out.
Like 10 of their last 11. The Heat are getting hot.
Yeah, look, everybody's coming for the top. Everybody's coming for us. We're tied now with the Nets for first. Mm-hmm. And Milwaukee's only like 2 or 3 games behind. And then it's Miami. So
Milwaukee not Milwaukee. The Nets haven't even had Durant yet.
Nope.
Is Griffin playing for them yet? Did he play for them yet, Griffin?
Who knows?
No, I don't think so.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think so. Yeah. So yeah, dude, and they went out last night. Harden. There was no Kyrie and no Durant and no Blake Griffin last night. Harden went out, did a triple double, and dropped 40, and they won by himself.
And then the other night,
it's a light night for him.
17, 15. He had like 15 assists or 17 assists or something.
Yeah. So it's how are you going to stop this? How? Everybody's like, oh well, the offense. They don't play any defense. I'm like, I don't think they fucking need to. All they're gonna do is fucking score.
Embiid's gonna have like 55 a night, but is it gonna be enough to win?
The big problem is it's all right. You can put Ben on Durant and you can put Matisse on Harden all night. You can have them fucking shadow them, but Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, and Blake Griffin are all still there.
Yeah, and Joe Harris doesn't miss against us.
No, Joe Harris is a fucking – he's a bucket. He'd be perfect for this team. I would love him for this team. They're just a guy.
I'm sure they'd trade him to us. No problem.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, it's the truth. It's,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just nerve-wracking. Hopefully by this time next Thursday we'll be talking about a big trade that Daryl Morey made to make the Sixers better and a contender and a legit championship team because – as much as I love them and as much as they can be dominant at times, they can be very sloppy. And like we've said several times,
sloppy ain't the word, inconsistent.
Sixers don't win that game if Coach Brown's coaching this year. And that's happened many times, but it's like it shouldn't even get to that point where you are biting your nails against teams like the Knicks. You should have been biting your nails against. Yeah, they're improving and they're doing good, and they're up and coming, but you shouldn't be biting your nails against the fucking Knicks. You should have blown them out. Like, they took care of the Spurs. Like, they blew them out by, like, 35. You should be doing that to all inferior teams. Sorry, you want to be a number 1 seed? You want to be a top contender and a legit championship team? You got to take care of those little petty teams.
But that's what they were doing. If, the Mavericks and stuff like that, they were just straight out destroying them. But the Knicks don't take the Knicks for granted, man. They got a pretty decent squad.
Julius Randle's a good player, man. He's an all-star, and they're up and coming.
They got a couple of good young players.
To blow them out is just not something they should have done, though. How they played against them is like what we should have expected, I guess. I don't know. That's just me.
I mean, they are lacking. They are lacking Embiid, so you got to give that. But they're still as a team coming together and still playing well. It's not like they're getting blown out, which is good.
Yeah.
You know what still makes me nervous is Toby.
Really,
Just like last night again, like he just completely disappeared in the fourth and overtime. Even though
Simmons made a 3.
he's having a great year, but like I feel like he's just gonna have those moments when it, you know, he's.
I have a little more confidence in Tobias. I think he has more confidence in himself now, so that generates more. Just hopefully, it's not an overconfidence. The person I get most worried about, and I've told you guys here before, is Shake Milton. I think that he's good, but he's not who he thinks he is.
Yeah, or who
or they think he is. Yeah. Like
Shake's always the most confident guy in the room.
Yeah, it's some of the shots he takes. Like I feel like he's the black TJ McConnell. Like he's just trying so hard, and he he almost has like a Kevin Hart Napoleon complex. Like he's got to go out there and prove to everybody that he's good, even though everybody doesn't think he's that good. And he's got to make those shots and drive the lane no matter what, and try to force a layup. And it's just like you don't make those types of decisions.
Hey, last time TJ McConnell came to town, he dicked us.
Yeah. Seriously. But I don't know. They got a lot to do. I mean, they don't have a lot to do, but I think
there was a game this year where TJ McConnell was only 3 rebounds away from a quadruple double.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm. He had like 14 points, 10 steals, 11 assists, and like
10 steals,
7 boards. Insane.
Dude, TJ's a baller, bro. Don't talk shit about that dude. That dude was the man here.
I'm not talking bad about TJ. I'm just saying Shake Milton isn't.
Shake Milton ain't got shit on TJ.
That's all I'm saying. That he ain't. Shake Milton just isn't all who he thinks he's cracked up to be. That's all.
He young, so,
you want to part ways to Shake Milton too? That's fine with me.
On paper, like when you look at the stats, obviously like this team is a better team, so to speak. But 2 years ago was our time, man, and I feel like that was. That prayer from fucking basketball Jesus, the quadruple doink Kawhi shot going in. That was the year.
I said that, yeah. I said that many times, man.
It was definitely a missed opportunity for sure.
Yeah, because guess what? That doesn't go in. That doesn't go in. Sixers beat them in overtime. There's no doubt in my mind. And then guess what? You're going to play a Warriors team who literally limped into those finals. They were banged up, hurt, all of them. That would have been the win.
It was kind of compared to the Bucks, and when we lost the Bucks, they would have beat the shit out of fucking Raiders.
Take the shit out of the Raiders.
They would have fucking whooped that ass.
Yeah. Yep. So, speaking of the Eagles, gentlemen, there was a
nice segue, Dan.
Switch gears here. So we had a press conference today from our new head coach, Mr. Nick Sirianni, and general manager
about his brother.
I love my brother.
Learned a lot.
Hey, yo, guys, real quick, I want to talk to you about my brother who makes beats. I love my brother. Fuck y'all, okay? Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles fan base. My brother. I love my brother.
Ray,
if you're watching this, it's an inside joke.
Yeah, it's an inside joke.
He's so enthusiastic.
The only thing I can say about him is like he's
listening to him with
very
no
refreshing
face. Like,
dude, he's next to Howie, he's amazing. He's like when you listen to Howie, when you listen to Howie talk with his canned non-answers, and then I think they plan that shit on purpose. Like they're probably coached them. They're like, yo, look, just come in with the energy. Who cares what you say? Just come in with that little kid energy that you have, and make everyone like you, and then you'll definitely look better than Howie.
Fucking little kid energy, man. Like, this is
It
Philadelphia.
is.
We
It's
see
very
through
little
that
kid
shit.
energy. Yeah.
We don't need your rah-rah,
Yeah.
sis boom bob
I
fucking
have
bullshit.
I have these
come
bad
out here and
feelings.
just don't be like, yeah, we're gonna do great things, and like I'm just so excited to be here. Wow, look at the lights. Wow, I'm the head coach. Wow.
Yeah, I get the feeling he's a little bit in over his head.
Look how excited I am. He's like, who was that guy back in the day that did the juicer
I'm Howie's bitch.
thing with the white hair? He's like, this is the juicer. Like, remember that dude? He would do the infomercials, and like that was him. Like he came out like, dude, you're not exciting anybody. You're not exciting anybody with your
the free
brothers.
money guy, the free money from the government guy.
Yes, he'd go out and he's trying to be like this. But no, I was at a loss for words. I literally was driving around today laughing, listening to that presser, and that's really sad.
That's the new norm. As Doug Peterson once said.
Great.
Yeah, he just. I don't want to diss the guy. I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I don't like he is our head coach. It's his first time doing this type of thing, so he is excited. Maybe he's a very enthusiastic guy, and maybe he's great. Maybe he ends up being the best coach in franchise history for the Eagles. Maybe he is like a little, Sean McVay wonder boy, and he's got a bunch of new tricks up his sleeve. But I had hope for this presser after last presser when he was just like, I'm really happy to be here, and I don't want to. I'm very pleased. Yep, and the opportunity is good. Yeah, yeah. Like you said earlier, what did you say? He's like
I wasn't even thinking
a teenage virgin bubbling over his words, trying to get laid for the first time.
Good old school. Hey, nervous as a good old schoolboy getting laid for the first time.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I'm like, all right, good. I'm like, he's had like a solid month or two to prepare for this and get better, and it just didn't happen.
I love my brother.
It actually got worse.
See,
but I tried so hard just to seem so excited and like, yay, football.
Yes.
Yay,
football.
There was no reason to go out and speak today. I think they just should have waited until after the draft and after moves were made, because there's questions.
I agree with that.
He doesn't have the answers to right now because the organization doesn't know. Like, what are we doing with Zach Ertz? Is Jalen Hurts going to be the quarterback? Or are we, you know what I mean? Like, all these, is there going to be a competition? Or are we going to bring in, are we going to bring in like an Alex Smith, like a vet to compete and push Jalen Hurts for the job? What kind of, just a million fucking things, dude, that just we don't have the answers to right now. So he was forced to go out there and just fucking ramble with this little boyish enthusiasm. Big old smile on his fucking face.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a fucking...
Yeah, he didn't... I don't... I thought he was going to go in reading off like a teleprompter because he did so bad last time, but he was just winging it, and he was just... he was jumping out of his pants with excitement, and it just... that doesn't go over here. Like, you got to be... If he talked more... just monotone through it and answered questions directly, we would have felt better about it.
I just want his man. Like, I want to feel like you can be a leader of men.
Yeah, like he just imagine him going into the locker room Sunday morning trying to get those guys hyped up, telling them stories about his
I love my brother
who won championships in high school, and he was like, another one. And what did he say? I forget who it was. Some fucking high school in, what was it, like Florida or California State or something. He's like, and it went back and he beat them. And sorry to any kids that are listening now. Like, nobody's listening. Those kids from high school aren't listening to this presser right now. They're not. They don't
anybody who was watching the presser was too busy commenting, "Fire Howie, boo! Fire Howie, boo! Fire Howie." It was funny. It was hilarious. I wish I could get a word cloud of all the comments, dude. It was literally like fire and Howie are the two most common words in that chat. And
Oh my
then
god.
and then boo, and somebody was like, "You need braces" to Howie. He looked like his teeth are fucked
Yo,
up.
I saw that too. I was like, damn, dude, all that money you've made. Come on, man.
I like the mess.
There's a lot.
There was some weirdo in there asking him to say quarterback factory. I don't know who that was.
Oh my god. Why would someone do that? What a weirdo.
All right, so here's the
Go
question:
ahead.
What is there anything that you guys do like about the new coach?
Yeah.
There's one for me, and I don't know if it's we gotta wait to see if it's actually true. But I like the fact that
Pure fiction.
for the second time now he has stressed the fact that he does not want to be locked into one scheme, and that he's gonna for lack of a better comparison, he wants to be like Belichick, to where 1 week he might be attacking this way, or attacking offensively this way, but then completely switch it up next week because he knows it might depend. Basically, change up the scheme every week depending on who you're facing, which is not something.
Just sounds like he doesn't know what the fuck he's gonna do.
That's what great. That's what I mean. But that's
that could end up being that. But I'm just saying the fact that he has stressed that twice. That's like the one thing that I've heard where I'm like, okay, I kind of like that.
mm-hmm.
Now,
that's the way it should
whether
be.
he does it or not, that's the question. Because
Whether Jeffrey Lurie allows him to do that or not is yet to be seen.
Even Howie, I feel like he's Howie's crony. It's like
you run that ball.
Like Howie's got to keep him on a leash
fucking
whenever
fired.
he pressers. Every time Coach Sirianni's gonna have a pressure, Howie's gonna be right next to him. Like,
I
yeah,
can't
right,
wait.
I'm right here watching you, bitch.
Write a tell-all book about this fucking organization.
If you run the ball one more time, I'm making you start Adrian Killings next week.
Oh, that was our big signing. Yes.
Yeah. Him and
congratulations. Oh wait, I
Vontae
forgot.
Adams.
It's free agency. I forgot it's free
Adrian
agency
Adams.
because we haven't signed anybody because we have no fucking money.
Yeah, this is like a total non-Eagles.
I don't want to sign anybody. I don't know why you guys are sitting here
We
hoping.
can't sign anybody.
But even
That's
if we
why I
could,
said no fucking
even if we
money.
could, I wouldn't want to, because you can roll cap money over in the next year. The NFL has rollover minutes.
Yeah, I
essentially.
agree. It's just you could just tell the Eagles are they're sitting around. They ain't doing it. They need to dump. They still need to dump. They got to get
That's what I
rid
was
of
about to
some
say.
things.
To my opinion, they need to dump more.
Yeah,
That's what's confusing though, because they're not signing anybody, but yet they keep adding years on to these dudes who they should just be getting rid of.
$10 million to fucking Bennett.
Derek Barnett. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh yeah, that I feel like
fucking.
I wonder why they let that
This
happen.
is because it's a prove it year for him. He'll fucking prove it, and
Yeah, then we'll give him a huge deal.
So-
and it'll suck.
This whole Derek Barnett thing.
or he could
that-
he could get signed somewhere else and we'll get a nice comp pick for it.
Yeah.
The following year. Maybe that's what they're banking on. I don't know, but you can't bank on something like that. You can't.
Yeah.
$10 million in 1 year, for someone who hasn't really
Done anything.
proven much. Like he might have a good game in a season if he's not hurt.
A good game, maybe a good play. It's more like it.
Yeah, true. That's what I meant by a good game. I meant a good play. Like, oh, he made a play this game. That's a good game for him.
he had a good play in a game.
I was talking to my buddies the other night, and this is, this Derek Barnett thing. It's kind of like a good way to spin into it. Derek Barnett was a first-round draft pick. Josh Sweat was a fifth-round draft pick. Over the last 2 seasons, who has played better, Josh Sweat or Derek Barnett?
Easy.
Josh Sweat.
Sweat's
Obviously.
played much better. But
Sweat has comparable stats to friggin' DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sweat, especially last year, Sweat crushed it.
we keep
Yeah.
putting
Noah.
Barnett out there because of the investment that Howie made.
Yeah.
I
It's
want
exactly why they put Alshon out there.
And now add
and
another
Fulgham.
$10 million to that investment. He's gonna stay on the field the entire time. He's gonna play 2 positions.
The only
At
moves
the
I
same
like
time.
right now is the line. The O line's probably like the only moves I do like because you need to protect your quarterback to see what he got. We don't even know yet. We don't even know. I don't even know if it's going to be Hurts or
You,
I don't know.
just kind of read my mind a little bit with the next point I was going to make.
Go for it. Sorry.
You guys kind of know, Brendan especially, that I'm not as low on Dillard as a lot of people were. He got talent, but I want Dillard moved at all costs. I don't care if we get a fucking 4th round pick for him. I want him moved
I
because
don't think we'd even get that.
we might not. But as
He's
long as
scared to
he's on
play.
this roster,
He's scared.
as long as he's on this roster, he will be the starter at left tackle, and that's gonna fuck my Lotta up. We're gonna fuck my Lotta over, all because he was a 1st round pick. All because Dillard was a 1st round pick. We will force him now that we know what we know about the control the front office has over the 53-man roster, and it's to the point where they're blatantly saying it.
Were they the same draft? Was Dillard and no, Dillard was the draft after Mailata, right? Mailata was the year before.
Mailata was the year we drafted
Barnett. He was the year we drafted Barnett.
Yeah, and
that was the Philly draft. Draft was in Philly.
Yeah.
Not only will he force him to start, but he probably will just make him change positions too.
Hey, in the past, since Dillard got drafted, here's another question, just like what you asked earlier. Since Dillard got drafted, who's played better, Dillard or Mailata?
Mailata.
It's another easy answer.
Yeah.
I meant to say who's played.
Dillard started against the Vikings
one
time and sucked.
When you even think about moving forward, in the next 2 to 3 seasons, you slide Sayamalu inside. You have you slide Sayamalu inside. You got Driscoll is kind of like your 6th guy, so to speak. If say Brandon Brooks, say Jason Kelce retires after the season, Lane and Brandon Brooks have 2 or 3 more years in them, and then you slide Sayamalu inside. You put Nate Herbig.
Sayamalu to what?
He big.
Sayamalu center. We drafted him as a center.
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah. And whenever Kelce goes down, Sayamalu steps in for that usually.
No, they're gonna transition Andre Dillard to the center. Okay, let's just.
Would not even be
you almost look like you were being serious there.
That's why I want him gone.
We were all like, every single one of us were like listening to what you were about to say, Brent. Like, oh, Brent knows something we're not thinking about right now, and then boom, Andre Dillard. Ah, you fucker, you got me again.
That's where the Eagles are, and that's how much Howie up his own asshole is that he's like, oh, I can't be wrong. I can't. That's why J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's going to be on the fucking team again next year.
Fuck you.
That's another thing Sirianni said too. Did you hear him?
No.
Sorry, Mike.
What happened?
Dude, I was so busy. I was so busy reading all the comments. Comments were fucking hilarious. I kind of spaced out.
Did you hear one of the last things that Sirianni said about the roster?
I kind of tuned out like the last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, he got his overzealous virgin boner self, and he's like, this roster.
Oh yeah, I
the
remember
weapons they have and the young talent.
I was studying these guys 3 or 4 years ago.
I was studying these guys, and I was like, oh, the Eagles took
and now I get to work with them.
And now I get to work with them.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, then somebody told him.
It was definitely.
He's like, and Howie's just put a tremendous job of putting this roster together. I just can't wait.
It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't genuine.
He whispered in his ear, and he was like, "Oh wait, Ertz isn't going to be here. Neither is Alshon or Deshaun or wait, what?
Don't say anything specific. Don't mention any names.
Like, yes, Jalen Reagor is the pick of the century.
Yes.
And J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, man, I couldn't wait to get my hands on him.
Hey, man. Like you said earlier, Brent, I hope we're all wrong and he ends up being a great coach, but
the likeliness of that happening.
You gotta just wonder. He's just got blinders on, man. And
dude, he is.
But it's Howie and Lawyer were like, "Oh my god, this dude's like a gold mine."
You know what?
This
dude's an idiot. Let's fire him,
dude. It's like he's set up to fail.
You don't get this far as in the game of football, whatever it is, if you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You don't get to be at this level, as not even this level, but as an offensive coordinator, a quarterbacks coach, a major position coach in the NFL, as a complete fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He's just.
I'm not saying he's an idiot. I just think that Jeffrey and Howie are like, this guy
He's
is
their bitch.
perfect.
He's
like, this guy goes against everything that would fit here in Philadelphia. You son of a bitch, you're hired.
Yeah,
I love the visor, by the way.
I don't doubt he knows football, but like Brendan said earlier about the whole locker room thing, like is this Susie Q high school rah stuff gonna really motivate a group of, a mixture of guys coming out of college who are jamming out to wet ass pussy and veterans like Fletcher Cox who just want to go out and shoot shit and drive their muscle cars and stuff like
and fuck people's wives.
Guys.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm disappointed that when we were at Topgolf, they didn't play Wet Ass Pussy. It's a real good family.
Should have requested it. That was a good time, by the way.
That was great
again, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, back on Coach, though. Back on Coach. I don't really want to harp on his pressers too much because, it's just them trying to please the fans or whatever, the reporters or whatever. He could be a completely different person in the locker room, and I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's not a dickhead or he's not over there talking to the players like he talks to us. There's no way. So hopefully. So I'm thinking, maybe something good happens. We still got some veterans on the team. We'll see what this draft. I think a lot really depends on this draft, obviously, because we can't go sign anybody. We can't go sign anybody big. We can't do anything. We can only drop who we have now and pick up in the draft. And we're below the cap now, but we have to hope that we get below enough to sign the draft picks. So hopefully,
if you draft 12 people, I don't know if they can even sign all that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We have to drop.
Like, we drafted you, but we're gonna have to cut you.
Yeah, what the fuck, Derek Barnett? What the fuck, Derek Barnett? That could be all of our draft picks right there, but instead we got Derek Barnett.
So I got a question. So is it fair? Would it be fair?
No.
To just the assumption of him this year coming up to just base your, what he does this year.
There's definitely some things.
Of the future. I mean,
there's definitely some things you can judge him on this year, but obviously you can't judge him just based on the overall record. Like if
the city wanted Doug Peterson fired after his first year.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I want to see if
the city's crazy though.
Play hard for him, and if it seems like he has, a plan each week, and if it ends up not working out each week because he just doesn't have the talent, we'll be able to.
That's where I was going with that.
It's if Jalen Hurts is still throwing to
because of the
Whiteside,
not making plays, like the players ain't running the right routes. The players are dropping the ball. That's going to change our. You can let him. Slide a little bit for that because if he's making the right plays, if he's calling the right plays at the right time and he's doing what he's supposed to do, I guess that's where you're.
I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see some ingenuity. I just want to see some new shit. That's the kind of stuff I want. I don't expect them to even.
The record might not show what he actually is as a coach. That's what I'm getting at. So.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have to see.
But if these guys,
I think we all expect this season to be a wash.
Yeah, if these guys bail on him, you'll be able to tell. If they just quit on him during games, you'll be able to know.
We know what bad football looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
I can't.
You're right. This might just be, his media personality per se, because Doug was like, "Oh shucks" and jeepers in the press conference,
until things were bad, and he's so ignorant and curt with his answers.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell there's a major difference. So that's another thing I'd like to see. Obviously after the first year, but
one of the best.
I'd like to see how his pressures are when when the shit is not good, how he handles himself. And ego can always take over a couple years in, depending on what happens.
It's true.
Hey, that one presser, they were like, Doug, do you think going forward you're going to make any changes as a quarterback, and do you see yourself handing over offensive plays to anybody else?
Nope.
No and no. That's my next question. That's what he said. I was like, all right, you're such a dick. That's so funny.
No way.
I miss Doug already. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I do.
So real quick.
You mean was it the prince from Shrek? Was it the prince or the king?
Oh yeah, he looks. Yeah, he did, dude. He had that big chin. These definitely look like a character from Shrek. Yeah.
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, Lord Farquaad.
Sean, that's what Kyle's lacrosse team called him, Lord Farquaad, because he's short and he's captain.
Farquaad. What a name. Lord Farquaad.
That's awesome.
Oh man. So real quick, we all heard about the rumors, which is probably just all rumor. Deshaun Watson,
the classic Fleetwood Mac album.
yes.
You can go your own way. Thinking about
your own way.
That's a great album.
It is a good album.
It just goes to show that doing a lot of cocaine and fucking everything that moves, it produces great art.
Dude, behind the music on them is insane.
Insane. It was
like really fucking insane.
Everybody was just fucking each other, and while Mick Fleetwood was just hanging out in the background, just snorting 8 balls like fucking Tony Montana and downing bottles of Jack Daniels, writing classics. It's amazing.
They said, what's her name? Fucking
Stevie Nicks?
Stevie Nicks, yeah. I don't know why I have like a name brain fart tonight. But yeah, Stevie Nicks saw like some crazy statistics. She would have like all kinds of cocaine on her at all times, and she just like had a necklace that had like a medallion on it that was hollow that she would just have around her neck all day, and she would just be like, shoop, shoop. The 70s, man. Woo.
I used to be real confused as a kid about about a lot of rock music from the 70s and 80s. Like first I thought Steve Perry was just a lesbian from Journey. Like Fleetwood Mac kind of confused me because it was a girl named Stevie and a dude named Lindsay.
Yeah. So confused.
But Lance has told us some wild stories about overseas and stuff. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine he's seen some shit.
He did, man.
Seen some things.
Seen some things.
So, Deshaun Watson, are you making that trade? What would you give up?
We can't.
Yeah, just hypothetically. Since it was out there.
I would give up Jalen Hurts. Just one to one.
Jalen Hurts and a couple picks.
1-1. No picks.
One this year and one 2025.
If it was possible, would you do it?
Yeah.
Did you see what Watson did with that horrible offensive line and without DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller this year and without David Johnson as a running back?
I mean, literally, Jalen Hurts is like the poor man's Deshaun Watson. Maybe like the homeless man's Deshaun Watson.
The homeless man's Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Watson's not be much around him. But I don't know the list that you gave, Brent, in the text message and draft picks. That was probably a little too rich for my blood, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't trust him.
He went. When you were just talking about his team,
yeah, it's definitely too much.
He threw 33 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. He had over a 100 passer rating.
Yeah, and he got sacked like 167 times.
You know who else? You know who else threw 33 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions in a season?
Not Dak.
I know.
No. Who?
The best quarterback that wears number 2 in football.
David Akers?
Where's the
David Akers?
Get over here!
David Akers is a legend.
Yep, he's a great quarterback.
Kicked 33 field goals that year.
And he only got intercepted 7 times.
Yeah. Keep singing the praises of a pussy that didn't want to play for your team.
He is a pussy though. He's a fuck pussy.
Yep. Bow down.
He's a great quarterback though. And he's gonna probably be great again.
Yeah. Bow down at the church of I don't want to play in Philadelphia.
He is rejuvenated and reinvigorated and relocated. He's gonna be fine.
See, like I don't hate him for this because if he was being a bitch,
Pure fiction.
Dead in the
if he was
ground.
being a bitch like
Dead.
Sean
The
Watson,
maggots
where he's like,
are
my team's
chewing
not good.
at his ginger
Pure
red
fiction.
fucking
Pure fiction.
face right now.
Listen,
Maggot
you want to
dead.
be somewhere that doesn't want you? Would you want to be in a situation where they clearly don't want you?
I don't want to be.
Millions
Well, we got rid of some
No.
people that didn't want him there, so Anonymous is gone. So
Yeah.
Alshon could have
Green Bay was
made
kind
$2
of
million
the
this year. We would have got rid of
that
him.
wasn't a bitch ass move. Saying the Green Bay, it kind of struck me as maybe this isn't right for me. No fucking shit, because you played like fuck ass and you got benched. That's why you're like, well, I don't want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I got benched.
I don't
Oh
think
God, you're brought in. There's a little bit of competition. No, dude, you're making millions of dollars. You're a franchise quarterback. You were on the MVP level in 2017, and then Nick Foles won the championship. Okay, cool. And then you come back next year, you get hurt again. Nick Foles takes us to the playoffs. Then you're butthurt, and then you're butthurt again, and then you get knocked out in the first fucking series of the playoffs. And then they draft the quarterback, and then you can't handle that. You can't handle a rookie coming in to back you up, overshadowed. You are mentally weak.
I still wish we traded him to Chicago
in Indianapolis.
for Foles. I just still wish we would have traded him to Chicago for Foles. That would have been fun.
Don't need that weakness here in
I think our ratings would be a lot better today if that would have happened.
Move to Indianapolis.
What's even good there?
Who should move to Indianapolis? Are you telling Sean to move to Indianapolis?
Yes.
I like Corn.
Good.
I think the
Corn
only
likes
thing that was
you.
good in Indianapolis was like
Corn likes
Tony
Corn
Hawk.
likes when you
There was
walk,
like a
run
board in
backwards.
Tony Hawk that was good in there, but that's about it.
Whatever. Anyway, to switch gears to Adam Schefter's, John, this will be right up your alley. So Adam Schefter the other day was on 97.5 The Fanatic every Wednesday like he is at 8:10, and he said, and I quote, "Don't be surprised if 4 quarterbacks are taken before the Eagles pick at 6."
Mm-hmm.
So if 4 quarterbacks are taken, but he said Cincinnati's not moving. So basically, just say if 4 quarterbacks are taken, then you're sitting there at 6, and are you still? So 4 quarterbacks are gone, so everybody else is there, except for whoever the Bengals take.
That's a dream scenario.
Are you still trading back to acquire assets, or are you staying there and taking best available?
I'm taking best player available. I'm taking best player available.
Do you see the Bengals
best quarterback available?
Do you see the Bengals taking Sewell to protect Joe Burrow, or do you see them grabbing Chase to reunite him with Burrow?
I think they're great getting Sewell because, I mean, the Bengals have a decent wide receiving corps. They have T. Higgins. They have Tyler Boyd. So,
they got a clear need on that line.
Just cleared AJ
Joe
Green.
Burrow got buried a lot last year.
Yeah, he did. And
he played pretty well, too.
His name's going to be Joe Buried if they don't get him some fucking protection.
Yeah, the smart money is that O-line pick for sure.
I think it's a virtue. That's like the outside of Trevor Lawrence going number 1. That's the closest thing to a lock in this draft is Sewell going to the Bengals. And I mean, if you're sitting at 6 and you have your pick of Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Pat Surtain, you can't move, dude. You cannot. Maybe you can slide back a pick or 2, but there's no incentive for a team like the Broncos or the Panthers to move up because if they want
the quarterbacks are gone,
they already jumped ahead of you, or you know what I'm saying? There's no incentive there anymore.
Right.
So if you're sliding back, you're going to slide back into that 12 to 15 range, maybe even further, and you might get like a bevy of draft picks, but you're taking yourself out of that prime position to get a star level player.
Gonna pick three more Whitesides in this draft if we do that.
If we drop down to like 12 or 15 in that range,
Whiteside's gonna start.
Pitts and which we'll go Jamar Chase, Pitts, Pat Surtain, none of them are gonna be there. None of them are gonna be there. So, and I don't want Devontae Smith. I don't want Jalen Waddle.
How long to the draft? We got about a month or less than a month.
Yeah, about a month.
What is it? April what?
28th.
End of April.
Okay. That should be. Oh, it's on Thursday too. To start the first day one's on Thursday.
Yeah,
is it nighttime? That's usually nighttime, right?
Yeah,
it's
good. So we'll be live. We'll be live streaming that shit.
I'm taking off.
We'll probably go live after our pick.
I'm taking off that Friday because I mean the draft it's my Christmas. You know what I mean,
dude. Let's do our best to Brent take off on that Thursday and let's start the show when the draft starts.
Yeah, last year was literally like
you don't have to take off for it unless you really want to.
Just having fucking a bunch of you see a bunch of presents under the tree and your stockings full and thick, and all the boxes are just filled with dog shit. All your boxes are filled with dog shit.
Oh my god! So yeah,
should be a fun show.
I'm excited for it.
It's all we got.
I would. Yes,
it's all we got. It's all we need.
It does. No, but it's literally all we got right now because you have to. I think they have to 100% hit on not only this year's draft but next year's draft as well. Because you have to 100%
hit on this year's draft would be ridiculous. Just
I mean,
if we get a few players that are just like balling this year from this draft, that would be sick. They gotta get. It'd be unbelievable.
Especially
it won't happen.
If we move Ertz and get a third or a fourth, and we move Dillard and get a mid-round pick, we'd be looking at, because I think we have what? We have a 1, a 2, 2 3s, 2 5s, and 3 6s. So I mean, we're loaded the fuck up, dude. We're
you got a seventh now from the good ones.
They move up, right?
Dillard ain't even worth a QBFS.
They have all these draft picks, but they're not gonna be able to pay them all if they use them all. So.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
They need to some of them late first round and maybe get that running back from Alabama or something.
I mean,
I guess the late round picks are better because they're cheaper.
Wouldn't that be nice? Get Pitts in him, or even
Najee Harris,
or chasing him.
You guys should be in the war room, man.
I had
Let's go.
A couple days ago.
Hey, those big boards don't come from nowhere.
Raining. I had a dream that this draft turned out like fucking just like the first mock draft that I wrote up for us, where we ended up getting Pat Surtain, the Terrence Marshall from LSU, the defensive end from Penn State, Shaka Toney. And I was like, bro.
Shock it to me, baby.
Bro.
Shock it to me.
If we can come away with.
Is that the Plaza in Die Hard?
Nakatomi.
Yeah. But I would love, there's a couple really good running backs in this draft. I would not mind investing a mid-round pick in a running back. We can definitely get one. There's a few that I love. Ramondre Stevenson, you should check him out. Running back from Oklahoma. This dude is a fucking hammer. He's LeGarrette Blount.
Listen, that's what I'm gonna agree with.
Isn't that Corey Clements?
Because we need to. It's the way the league's going. It's time to start building this offense.
Yeah,
and it starts with this draft. They hit on that. We need to do it. As the league continues to take this offensive leap, we got to go with it. They need to hit. And they need to start building this offense this draft.
Write that down, Dan.
I like that pen slap, Dan.
Yeah. You're Ray Diddy. You Ray Diddinger taking notes.
Yeah, that is a Diddy move. Offense now. Slap.
I have here in my notes. I said it. I said it earlier in the year. I'll say it again.
He always got his note.
They need to start right now.
You always see runs at three positions, though. You see quarterbacks, offensive tackle, and wide receivers. That's why I've moved off of Surtain at 6, and I would prefer. I mean, if Chase isn't there, then Surtain's my guy at 6, no matter what. I just really have so much confidence in him being a game-changing type of corner.
Do you think Surtain falls to like 9?
Yeah,
I see a lot of mocks where he goes to the Cowboys at 10.
Yeah.
Here's this. The quarterback start going. Denver calls you, said, "I'll swap ones. I'll give you our 40th pick in the second round, and something else. They go up, they get whatever quarterback falls to them.
I would do it.
You take Surtain at 9. 37, you take Asante Samuel Jr. And then 40, you take another hot positional player of high need. So now you got
from what?
Yeah, so then you got your 2 defensive backs for the future in your secondary already locked up with.
I haven't seen Asante Jr.'s.
One of the best in the game.
And you still have 2 third-round picks.
Then you still have 2 third-round picks.
Oh my!
So then, you got a Sheldon Brown, Lito Shepard young duo.
That's
it's just not the league anymore, though.
But that's best. I mean, honestly,
nobody asked you, Dan. I'm talking
I'm just saying.
I don't need your pen slapping. My dreams and hopes.
No, when are we ever going to get? It's you have to start now. I'm sick of not having that offensive weapon to get this team over the hump. So I get it. If having that, it sounded great when you guys just explained that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, days of defense I love.
I think they got you wrong.
They did. So just it's time, man. If Chase is there, they need to take it, man.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
No matter what, they haven't had a legit.
But then I don't know
receiver.
about if there's a little hype about Pitts, but.
Perfect, but even still, right there, if we can get a 2nd and a 4th to swap with Denver and move back to 9, and Surtain and Pitts are on the board, all right, you draft Kyle Pitts at 9, and then you can still come back in the 2nd round, and you can get Asante Samuel Jr., and then you can get a wide receiver, or you can get a running back, or you can wait till the 3rd round and you can get a running back because it's a deep draft with the running backs. Yeah. You have optionality. So I'm kind of hoping that either someone gets super, super high on Trey Lance or Mac Jones, and they want to hop up and grab him and grab one of the 2 of them at number 6, like someone like Carolina or Denver. So we're still in the top 10, but we're still collecting extra assets because as long as you're in the top 10, if 4 quarterbacks go in the top 6 picks, as long as we're in the top 10, we're going to get a stud. It's either going to be Pitts, Jamar Chase, Pat Surtain. It's going to be someone like one of the 3 of them will be there for us at 8 or 9.
Yeah. So I know what Dan's saying. I agree because what the Eagles have lacked for many, many years is that offensive go-to weapon.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had it. Every team has that guy. Like we've had Ertz, but he's Ertz. He's Mr. No Yak. He's Mr. Reliable, and he's Mr. Hands, and he's going to get you that first down, and he's going to get you that touchdown in the red zone.
He going anyway.
We never had, but anyway, we haven't had that guy since like T.O. or like Deshaun that you're just like, all right, well, we know where this ball's going. It's going to this wide out. Like obviously Seattle, they got DK Metcalf. That's their go-to. Arizona, they got DeAndre Hopkins. Like just all the top wide receivers in the league, like each team, they just like have that guy, or at least most of the legit contenders, they always have that guy. And we haven't had that in a long time. I mean, you can argue that Alshon was kind of that guy in 2017, but since then it hasn't been. So, and we haven't drafted a legit Pro Bowl wide receiver since Deshaun Jackson. That was the last Pro Bowl wide receiver we got. He was in the 2nd round.
That was tough too, though. Alshon year when he was good, other people around him were playing good as well too. So it wasn't even just like he was that guy, that go-to guy every time. Yeah, he had a great year, but like everybody was also. I don't consider him. He was as that like a To. Like a To was obviously that guy.
Well, he was, and that's what I mean. And facts don't lie. Terrell Owens isn't on that team. They don't go to the Super Bowl. They don't get in the position to go to that Super Bowl.
No doubt.
So that was and guess what that was? A legit number 1 wide receiver weapon. So yes, that sense, I do agree with you, Dan. Jamar Chase is there. Kyle Pitts is there. You have to get one of those guys because, like you said earlier, you got a solid offensive line you got to protect. And if you want to see what you legitimately have with Hurts, you have to give him legit weapons, not just Fulgamania and Greg Ward. No disrespect, but who knows how long they're going to last and be in the league. You want a young guy who's going to grow with him and build this
you want to see if he
organization.
can make the throws, and that's a good point. To see what Hurts actually is, but
Yeah, and then evaluate it to that.
They're the true wild cards in all of this. The Dolphins are sitting there at number 3.
That's cool. They just signed Will Fuller. They don't need Jamar Chase.
No, yeah, they can. You don't pass up on a player.
No.
But
Ray Finkel.
If someone's going to trade up to a quarterback, they're going to trade up to 3. If you target a guy, you go get your fucking guy. And someone's going to trade up to 3 with the Dolphins and grab a quarterback.
Carolina.
Exactly. Now the whole thing is, what do the Falcons do? Do the Falcons trade out? Do the Falcons draft a quarterback? Do the
Falcons trade out with the Bears because the Bears need a rookie because now they got Firecrotch, Andy Dalton as their quarterback. So they're going to need – he's definitely a bridge quarterback. He's not their future.
Then you really have to hope that someone falls in love with either Trey Lance or Mac Jones, because if that's the case, then Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and Trevor Lawrence are all gone. And more than likely, if the Bears are moving up, they're going to draft either, if someone moves into that 4 spot, then someone's going to draft either one of the 2, Trey Lance or Mac Jones, and then you have to really hope that at 6, someone loves, whoever it might be, the Broncos, the Panthers.
What stops the Eagles from doing it?
Did you say the Panda Bears?
What stops the Eagles from moving on?
Washington too, man. They need a quarterback. Yeah, they got Fitzpatrick, but he's the ultimate journeyman bridge quarterback too. Watch out for Washington.
Washington just might hold. I could see Washington just holding because their defense is so fucking good.
Yeah, that's true.
I could see them holding and waiting, and then if they take a step back next year, then if Washington takes a step back next year, then they'll be in better position to go and strike for a quarterback. They probably won't be a bottom 5 team, but if they don't win the division, they're still, it's gonna be easier to get up to that spot. You're gonna have to give up less to get more, essentially.
Well, fuck them.
I mean, yeah.
So basically, they screwed themselves by winning the division.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we didn't want to do because if we would have,
nobody wanted to win this division. Nobody. We all knew whoever won this division was in worse shape than if they didn't win the division.
Why we were rooting for them to lose the last game.
I don't know if you guys have watched South Park in a while, but a few years ago there was an episode where the kids were playing in a travel baseball league during the summer, and all the teams were just trying to be as bad as possible so they could get knocked out of the league and fucking their summer. And that's what I felt like.
That's funny.
So what really scares me though, not to cut you off, is that there's nobody behind Hurts right now. It's like I get it, if the Watson thing coming up, but that really scares me for this draft now. Is that it's just Hurts, and I don't know, man.
They said that in the presser today. He even said that, Coach. He said that shit. He's like, oh, we got nobody, or I think Howie said it. We don't have anybody. We only have Hurts. So
yep.
What kind of capital are they going to spend on backup quarterbacks? It's got to be minimal. It's got to be. It's got to be completely nobody. It's got to be somebody that'll come in here, and if they're playing, they ain't winning a game.
Yeah.
All the talk of Tyrod and Brissett, they just
it ain't gonna
be
different
directions,
like
but
I could see it in like one of our thirds or a fourth on a quarterback. It's not a great quarterback draft. It's very, very top heavy. It's Trevor Lawrence and then a huge gap, and then Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and then another
huge gap.
Huh?
Sunshine. Jimmy Sunshine. Or whatever his name is.
I was like, huge gap.
But yeah.
Mike, randomly.
The kid out of Florida.
Wow.
Jamie Newman, Georgia quarterback. He used to play for Wake Forest. That would be someone we could target in the 4th round.
Maybe they do.
4th round, so.
Maybe they do.
all right. Well,
we'll see.
It's a little concern.
What's Studfeld doing? Where'd he go?
Making them.
Did he go anywhere yet?
Quarterback at 6. It's like.
Oh, he's done.
Here
His
we
career's
go. If
over.
they do that, it's done, man.
His career's over.
He did.
Got him for this. You did a great job losing that last game for us, Nate. Well done. Get out of here.
Best contribution to the city. Appreciate it.
Like this random thing popped up on my Facebook today. It was like Quagmire's greatest hits from Family Guy. I was dying, dude. It was the one. It was like he went to like couples retreat with like Peter and Lois and what's the black dude's name? Cleveland. Yeah, and they were going around. They were like, Peter, what's Lois's favorite food? And he was like, carrots or something. It's like, he's like, Cleveland, what's your wife's favorite place to eat? And it was like, Quagmire, what color are your girlfriend's eyes? He's like, shaved. Like, wait, what was the question? Dude, some of the stuff that he was coming out with, I was dying. Oh, and by the way, I was on my way to work the other day to listen to President Steve, and the people on Fox News in the morning, Alex Holly, is that Mike Tirico? Is that his name?
No, Jericho.
Mike Jericho.
Mike Tirico.
The ESPN announcer.
Mike Jericho. Is that Chris Jericho's weird cousin?
Isn't it the Walls of Jericho?
Yeah. But Sean, what's that guy's name? That's on with Alex Holly in the morning.
Jericho Rising.
I don't pay attention to his name. I just look at Alex Holly and go.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Mike Jarek.
Mike Jarek.
Jarek.
Yes,
so
Jarek.
they were on.
Mike Jarek.
Dude, he dropped this such inappropriate joke, and it was so funny.
Dude, that's
he's
like
weird. He's so weird.
He always drops inappropriate shit. That's the only reason. Besides Alex Holly, that's the only reason I watch that shit because he's hilarious.
He's like,
dude,
what show is this?
He dropped this the other day. He was like, they were President Steve, and they were talking about something, and it got associated with like, other like I forget. Just say it was like baseball cards. I'm like, yeah, baseball cards. Like, yeah, these baseball cards. They would come with a pack of gum, and they were like, oh yeah, like, well, it should be now. Like kids these days, they should be getting packs of baseball cards with condoms. They're like, oh, and they were like,
that's pretty good.
And yeah, they were like, so Mike, what kind of gum flavor are you getting with those condoms? And he's like, well, it rhymes with gum. And they were just like, oh. I was like, holy shit.
Right. We got to go to commercial.
They're like, what flavor condom? No, it was like, what flavor? It was like, hey, if you're getting flavored gum, they're like, what flavor condoms do you get? It's like, it rhymes with gum. I was like, oh. Hey. Alex is like, oh my God, Mike.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Emergency.
BRB. Sean, did you fall asleep?
Huh?
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
When Mike comes back, we're gonna do the rest. We'll finish up the show with. We got some messages.
Yeah.
Got caller segments. Has anybody been watching Blanco?
Yeah, a few people in and out.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Sean's mom, she comes in every week. Me, I've been watching.
That's cool. Thanks for giving birth to a fucking.
Shout out to Blanco.
Finelli_7 was on a while back in the beginning. I think one of your friends, KSTRZE, is that one of your friends? Joe Casey was on. Eagles memes 4.4.5.
Okay.
Don't know who that is.
They might release a new version soon. Maybe they'll be 4.4.6. I don't know. They might need an update.
Nice.
And somebody named Ben Bonios 99.
Ben Bonios. Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, we got a few watchers.
They gotta call the line, and then they can hear themselves.
I'm gonna start recording these names, and everyone who's like not somebody we don't know, I'm just gonna start calling in and just saying that name. Like, hey, my name's Ben Bonios.
My name
My name's Ben Bonios. I need TP for my cornhonios.
Jeff.
My name's Jeff. Wait, don't I have that?
TP for my bunghole?
My name Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
There you go.
All right, let's do the messages, and then we'll finish up here so Sean can go die.
Yeah, I'm ready to
It looks
die
like you
too,
had an
to be
allergic
honest.
reaction to like bees or something.
Spring is here.
Spring has sprung. Oh my God!
I got a missed call from myself.
Everyone's eyes are gonna look like Sean soon because of
Allergies.
spring.
You could put me in an Allegheny right now, and I would fit right in.
If I get allergies all of a sudden, I'm blaming my daughter.
Dude, you don't want allergies ever.
I started getting them this year.
You don't want to know what it's like to have snot to actually ooze from your eyeballs.
Yo, baby's awake. Baby's awake. Baby's awake. I'm out.
Everybody be quiet.
All right, buddy.
Peace out.
See you, dude.
Everyone act like you're sleeping.
Good luck. Everyone act like you're sleeping.
I don't have to act.
All right, later, dude.
Peace out, guys.
All right, take care of her.
Alrighty.
The one time was it me, you, and Biggie that walked into your house? Somebody was sleeping, and we were talking about we had a gun or something.
It was Pup. Yeah, we walked up to the porch and Pup was sleeping on the couch, and he was, we ran in, we like trotted in slow motion. We're like, oh my God, he's got a gun! And we trotted in like slow motion, and he woke up.
Goodness.
He did that one-eyed Pup like, wait, what are you doing?
Was that the same night we like taped him to your couch?
That we what? Oh, we taped
you to the couch.
taped me to the couch.
We taped Pee Wee
Herman
stuff down. Pee Wee Herman stuff down. Then we like taped that to him or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
That was in hanging up the land.
Oh my God! You duct taped me to the couch. You're like, we did it so for his safety, so he wouldn't fall off and hurt himself.
Imagine.
Just need to have a show dedicated to like some of our crazy fucking stories.
There's our jingle.
Quarterback factory.
All right, you've reached the messages segment, and we got a few messages today. So if you called in, you're a lucky winner that's gonna hear your voice soon.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right, if you haven't called in, what the fuck? Call in. All right, first message.
Hey guys, it's me, Howie. I saw your comments in the during the press conference. Sorry, better late than never, but here it goes. We are a quarterback factory.
Been waiting all day for you to say that, Howie. Thank you. Thank you. Where's the fucking?
That's fantastic.
No, that's not what I want.
The quarterback factory show. Very good.
There we go.
Oh, I wonder where he got that name. Thanks, Howie.
Thanks, Howie. That's what I was looking for. I knew it was in there somewhere.
That's fantastic.
Thanks, Howie. All right, next message.
Hey guys, this is Coach Nick Sirianni. Wow, I can't believe I finally got through to you guys. I'm like so excited to be
hey, Coach.
Leave it like a message, because I think it really takes a lot to just like call up and leave a message. But like I'm really a big fan of like your show, and like who else is a big fan of your show? My brother. He's legendary high school football coach. Don't know if you heard of him. Anyway, like I'm really excited to be like here for the Eagles and like gonna win games and like lose games. We're gonna do offenses and like defenses, and we're gonna take it all the way to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Coach. Don't give a shit about your brother, but thanks.
Thanks for calling in, Coach.
Oh man, how many championships does your brother have? It doesn't matter.
Well, the one he's like, yeah, they went to the state championship again. They didn't win the state championship, but man, they got there.
God damn, I hope that's not our future. Well, maybe.
Whoa, are you okay? Is there a ghost in your house?
What was that?
Dude, if you get taken away.
Java, go lay down. Go lay down.
Oh, it was Java.
No, it wasn't Java. Java hears some shit too, so there's something going on. Hey, go lay down.
Yeah, some paranormal activity shit happens, bro. We're too far
gotta
away.
go. Ain't hopping through my computer.
Yeah.
I hope you get a virus. No. You and your computer.
The ring girl just starts coming out the phone.
It's the Colombian cartel. I'm out. Right now, Blanco is yelling to his wife, "Is everything okay?"
She might already
frozen.
be dead.
Shit.
I'm not frozen. I'm not frozen. You're frozen.
You will be.
Where's that?
Do it.
It's probably Satan.
I know.
He might hopefully call.
Good evening, Quarterback Factory Show.
No, he didn't call. That's just his soundbite.
Okay. He's busy this week.
He's laughing his ass off in hell because we have this new coach.
All right, last message.
Bombers.
There he is.
Was the key to the Sixers coming out victorious last night. Pardon my absence, gentlemen. I've been busy down here in the land down under known as Australia, tirelessly looking for the next dominant basketball man who cannot shoot a jump shot. So far, my efforts have come up empty, but I am relentless in my quest. Good luck with the rest of the season. Are you still there? Oh, I didn't hang up. Go Sixers.
Go Sixers. Bombers.
Sounds like Brett Brown and Sal Rosenberg.
I can't see. It's so good. All right. Well, I guess we'll call it a night. Is there anything you guys, any last comments, insight, anything we didn't touch on as far as Eagles or the Sixers, Coach Sirianni's press conference today, Sixers going forward, anything at all?
Nope.
Bombers.
No. I got nothing.
Nothing. Besides some injuries, Phillies had, I think, a couple injuries, but besides that, I think we should be ready for opening day.
Yeah.
So
sounds like a fucking good time.
Realmuto should be hitting some balls soon, I think.
Ooh.
If he's already not doing it, hitting those balls.
That was good.
Well, good shit, boys. Well, I'm sure that I'll be speaking to you all probably in the morning, probably about some other bullshit news that has nothing to do with us because we're not doing anything as far as the Eagles go. But, yes.
Y'all's are contagious.
Yes, and we will see everyone here next Thursday, and I have a feeling it'll be a lot more actively talking about the NBA, with the NBA trade deadline being next Thursday at 3 p.m.
I hope that's a good conversation. We need something good.
I really hope it's a good conversation. Hopefully we're all on here, all wearing all of our Sixers gear, ready for that.
Yeah, if they do something
real
great,
championship
I will
run.
Put on some Sixers gear.
Yeah, and they make that, if they do make that drastic trade that puts them in real contention, then we can really start talking about attending a finals game.
Yeah. Or packed.
Sounds good. Yes, packed. So, what was that? Is somebody breaking into your house?
What?
Is it a ghost?
Probably.
No. Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, that's it for this week, everyone. Thank you for watching, listening, tuning in, whether it be through Instagram, YouTube. Please subscribe to all of our pages. Read our blogs. Thank you, Monster Energy. Thank you. Read our blog.
Check us out on Spotify.
Spotify, yes. We should just probably be able to leave off. I don't even know what the hell we're even on half the time, Blank.
Everything.
But yes, tell your friends, tell your family. We're here for your entertainment and for your random movie references.
Which was light tonight. I think we're light.
Yeah, I think we didn't have a movie reference tonight.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, no, we kind of did.
We did a couple name drops, but
name drops. You did the Die Hard, Nakatomi Plaza.
Because it sounded like the last name, so
we didn't dive too much into it. So
true.
All right, y'all.
We'll bring that next week.
We'll make up.
We'll bring that next week. We'll make up for it. Don't worry. All right, y'all. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and we'll listen to everybody next week. Peace.
Later.